Hi, welcome to the Best Travel channel. My name's Gareth. We're here in Moor Park in Preston, Lancashire, where we'll be unearthing some little hidden gems of history. Let's take a look.
Moor Park at a glance appears a park like any others. However, as Preston's oldest park, Moor Park has plenty to say for itself. During the reign of William the Conqueror, forests were reserved for the king to hunt in. Fast forward 2 centuries, and the Charter of the Forest of 1217 opened up royal forests to tenant farm peasants. Moor Park, then part of Fulwood Forest, was opened up some 20 years later. Moor Park, or Preston Moor as it was then known, was both a place where King Charles I's commission of array was discussed at the start of the First English Civil War in 1642, and one of many battlegrounds during the Second Civil War of 1648 to 1649. In fact, the Battle of Preston was a turning point in history because it was at the area now called Walton-le-Dale that the Royalists and Scots, led by James Hamilton, the first Duke of Hamilton, lost against the army of Oliver Cromwell. Both the Duke and King Charles I met their grisly demise, and England would become a Commonwealth, for 11 years anyway. Horse racing was held upon the grounds in the 18th century, but it wasn't until the 19th century that they became a park. Years of grazing cattle under the Charter had left the moor in need of some TLC, so it was down to the landscape architect Edward Milner to design a park for the industrial town. The construction of Moor Park was part of a scheme to relieve unemployment in Preston due to the Lancashire cotton famine of 1861 to 1865. The textile industry, of course, being central to the northwest. Features designed in Moor Park include an avenue lined by linden trees known as Ladies' Park, the Serpentine Lake, and a grotto. The Serpentine Lake is still a popular spot, and if you're lucky, you can spot an Aylesbury duck, coots, mallards, and on the odd occasion a pair of mandarin ducks, although today, no joy. You may notice that Moor Park has some interesting bench armrests, mostly animated dogs. However, at the Serpentine Lake and around the outer perimeter, there are camels with luggage. You may wonder why this may be. The answer lies down south, on the banks of the River Thames. Sphinx and camel benches were installed in London to complement the arrival of the Needle of Cleopatra, and such exotic benches gave London, the heart of the British Empire, a prestigious look. Did Edward Milner find inspiration from the embankment benches, or were they gifted? I would love to know. The expanse of Moor Park allowed sporting facilities to be included. It was here that Preston Nelson Cricket Club rented a wicket to play in 1867. They moved across the way to Deepdale Farm in 1875, swapped a cricket bat for a rugby ball and then a football, and became Preston North End in 1880. A founding member of the Football League in 1888. They won both the inaugural league championship and the FA Cup. They won the next championship and became the original Invincibles, long before Arsenal, but you already know that. Interestingly, their home ground Deepdale Stadium was based on the Stadio Luigi Ferraris Stadium in Genoa, home to another club with cricket origins, Genoa Cricket and Football Club. During the First World War, Moor Park was home to an auxiliary war hospital to support the pressure of injured soldiers. When it closed in 1919, it was converted into an open-air school, a place where children with debilitating illnesses like tuberculosis could learn while benefiting from fresh air. They did so up until 1937. Today, it is a special educational needs school. As you stroll along Moor Park, you might notice the observatory, seen near the roadside. This was opened in 1927, in time of the solar eclipse. Today, with Preston becoming a popular place to come and live, traffic vibration and light pollution, has rendered the observatory more of a landmark than functional. A prisoner of war camp was set up on Moor Park as well. This was during the Second World War. It was reported that there were no escapees, which is more than can be said for Tilly the Bichon Frise, that has now been reported missing in action since last Sunday.
That's all we've got time for today, but if you've enjoyed this and want to see more, please feel free to subscribe, share and like. Next time I'll be going to more places in the UK where there are hidden gems and trying out some delicious food for the first time.